Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. Another subscriber came in today, so we're just really growing here, and I'm just so happy about that. I think in the past 4 days or so, it's been a total of 7 new subscribers, so welcome aboard and thank you so much everybody who subscribed to Giants Baseball 101. The Giants beat the Pirates 3-1 today, so after taking Game 1 in this series against Pittsburgh, the Giants rallied again to win Game 2. Mike Yastrzemski got things started with a solo home run in the top of the second. Then in the bottom of the inning, Henry Davis tied it. Overall, though, he tied it with a solo shot of his own for the Pirates. Overall, though, Alex Cobb pitched very strongly. He went through 6 innings, only allowing that 1 run, and it really became a late inning duel from there. And I just have to say the Giants' bullpen has just drastically improved, and I think that's a major reason for their recent success. They were able to hold the game. It was just an issue for them last year, being able to win close games that are decided by a thin margin in late and extra innings, and having a consistent bullpen was key to doing that. I mean, it's sometimes it's more than having relievers whose ERAs look low. I mean, nobody had to get out of another pitcher's jam today because everybody just pitched their inning. Taylor Rogers pitched a scoreless bottom of the 7th. Then in the 8th, the Giants rallied, got runners on base, and Michael Conforto drove in the 2 winning runs with a single. Then Scott Alexander pitched scoreless 8th inning for the Giants, and then Camilo Doval wrapped it up in the 9th inning with another save. So great work by Cobb, great work by the bullpen. The Giants have taken another game against the Pirates. So where they stand in the National League West is interesting. I mean, we were just really under a whole ton of suspense over these 4 days of the All-Star break. After the Giants, they just come off of a couple of weeks that really weren't that great, except that they did end it by taking 2 out of 3 against the Rockies in San Francisco. But it was just, in my mind, it was just a lot of suspense over the 4-day break. Just a pivotal moment and a time when the Giants really needed to come back hot, but they really appear to have. And they've taken the first 2 games since coming back from the break, which is a really good, really encouraging sign. They sit 2.5 games behind first place in the National League West. First place is attainable for them. The Dodgers have overtaken the Diamondbacks. They lead. LA leads Arizona by 2 games. The Giants then are half a game behind the D-backs. So they've really been impressive at climbing up in the division so far this year. But as of yet, they still have yet to actually spend even a day occupying first place. And part of this is just the fact that the Diamondbacks have improved, and I really think surprised everyone too. I mean, there's a success cycle for a lot of rebuilding teams, but when they do kind of burst onto the scene like that, it really, I do think the Diamondbacks have been a surprise, and their good performance, it's as of right now, it's kept the Giants down at 3rd. We did expect that this National League West competition would be tough, however you'd put it. Honestly, the Padres, I expected to be a bit better. They occupy 4th place, so it's kind of the trade-off there. The D-backs are really showing it. The Padres are kind of getting destroyed, and that's the trade-off for the Giants. They're still competing with 2 teams here, and the Dodgers, they won tonight, so they're going to be a tough team to get past, and maybe you couldn't have expected them to be just as close. It's not that they were an above average team all year, 2023, but just that the Dodgers were as close to average as they in fact were, that was kind of a surprise, just given that last year I think it was like 112 wins, and I mean they have been able to consistently put up over 100. Some seasons with over 100 wins. That's just so to see the Dodgers kind of be a little not quite as dominant in 2023 has been some news, but I wonder if we can expect that to continue. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but it could be that in the second half of the season the Dodgers are going to really start killing it, and the Giants, I'm just saying the Giants, they have to keep up too. So I think taking first place here in the National League West, it would be very difficult, but it isn't impossible. And I don't know how soon I would just welcome in another series against the Dodgers. I just don't know, because it could go one way, that it could go the Giants' way and they could gain ground, or it could go against them and they could lose it. So there's just a lot to be gained, but a lot of risk there. So I mean, it's going to have to happen sometime, but until then, the Giants just have to keep climbing. And their performance against the Pirates has just been incredible. And the next step for them is to take the sweep. Tomorrow's starter for the Giants has not yet been announced. And I do wonder if that's because Gabe Kapler is contemplating using Logan Webb. I mean, Webb at this point has had 6 days to rest, and I think that he's just trying to decide whether he wants to keep Webb out of this series and try to win it without him, or to just throw him in tomorrow. That might be a major reason for the fact that it's not been updated for the Giants. And you just think that now's the time to bring him back in. I really don't see anything that could justify delaying getting Webb back on the mound any longer. So I think we need to see him pitch tomorrow, and the Giants, that will give the Giants a great chance of locking down this sweep. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.